Afternoon, folks. Welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. Today I got another one by Nubeo, and this is the Swell. So, alright, so I reviewed this one already in a different color variation, and I like this watch so much. I know you guys are going to like this watch. I had to request it in another color. So I went with the red, which I am wearing right now, and I'm going to take this off and show this to you in just a second here. Just a big beast. A footprint of a watch, a bad boy watch. This is incredible. This one knocks it out of the park for me. So I absolutely love this watch. Like most of the Nubeo watches, you know, if you throw it on bracelet and you make it big and bold, you're going to attract a lot of people. And what I like about Nubeo is that they are part of the Dartmouth branding. Dartmouth is bringing this level of quality across each one of their brands or their lines. And you know, Nubeo, I think, is one of these brands that's, I don't want to say going to give Invicta a run for the money, because I think if you like Invicta, you will like Nubeo, and if you're a Nubeo fan, you will like Invicta. So I think this is kind of another watch that's kind of met them, you know, right on top of their platform, so to speak. You know, Invicta is kind of known for their big watches. Aragon came on the scene, kind of duplicated that style. Other companies have tried, kind of come and gone. Nubeo is it's great. You know, a lot of times when people buy a watch, they buy it based on the name, they buy it based on the story they can tell, and of course the look. And Nubeo is making big, bold watches. So will they come out with smaller watches? Not really sure. Right now, this is their kind of the market they're kind of coming in at, which is great because people love big, bold watches. It just, if it's any consolation, Rolex announced that they are releasing their Deep Sea Challenge, a watch that they've built in 2008-ish when they did this kind of test with the James Cameron and the Mariana Trench. And the watch was never really brought to market. It was sort of like a 1 or 2 off. Now they brought it to market, and the size is 50 millimeter. So brands like that, doing that, are going to bring more awareness to affordable brands like this. So absolutely fantastic. I was so happy to hear that. So let's talk about this one. So as far as the presentation, very kind of loud box. You have some kind of lightly finished, if that's the right word for it, kind of like a very, I don't know, not in your face, kind of like monogrammed shark tooth that's been printed across the sides of the box. We have the Swell name right across the back, the Nubeo logo, and of course here we have some sort of fish. Not sure which fish this is, but it is glowing, and there's a reason for that. I'm going to read you guys what they say right off the website as well. Slide this open. Very similar box to some of the other Nubeo watches I've had. Some of the other Nubeo watches, if they're not on bracelet, are going to come more of this coffin-style case. With the ones that are on bracelet, like this one, you're going to get the clamshell sort of box. Not really clamshell, more of a square box, right? Nothing really to write home about with the box. It's not really a display case. You open it up, you do get the pillow, of course. You get an extra strap, which in this case is the black with red stitching, because the watch I have is the red variation, and you get the tool. So not really something I'm probably going to use. What I would like to have seen with this watch is them provide a red strap as opposed to the black, but I do get it. You know, a lot of people who are going to buy a watch may not have a whole slew of watches in their collection, so they might want something just to be able to throw this on. You can't go wrong with a black strap. I like the fact they have the red stitching on it. Pretty cool. As far as the quality of that strap, really nice, big, bold buckle. Let me pull this on out here and show you guys. I never really spent a lot of time on the strap because, you know, I'm always going to wear it on bracelet, but nice big Nubeo buckle. You know, a lot of times these straps I can use on a different watch, so not to say it will never go on this watch, but I think this would have been kind of a cool watch because of the red, hence the name is Ruby. Fantastic name for this watch. I think this would have been really nice on a red strap. It is to be noted, though, when you look at the picture of this watch on their website, it does kind of have more of a red tone to it. When you side-by-side compare it, it is similar, but for whatever reason, when I look at it on their website, my brain automatically goes to like more of a bright red. When you get it, it does have more of like an orangey red. You know, it's not, probably on this camera, you can probably see, it's not that bright red. It does kind of have some orange hues to it, more of like almost like a flame, so to speak, but very cool. And what's really neat about this watch and why there's a glowing fish on the watch box is because this watch all the painted surface on this is actually loom. So this whole thing, charge it up, get it in the sun, throw an LED light on it, charge it up. This sucker just glows. In this case, that bright kind of red. Now you won't be able to see this on the video just because it's really hard to do this with a camera, you know, with my setup. But I'll tell you, if you just click the link in the description, check out their pictures, you can see what this is going to look like. It's absolutely fantastic. Just a loud, obnoxiously glowing watch. It's just absolutely a stunner, you know. It is available in a couple different color variations. You have the green, which I've already reviewed before. If you haven't checked out that video, do check it out. You have the gray, you have the yellow, the blue, and yeah, the red. So 5 different variations. I'll throw this up on the screen here. I gotta tell you, you know, every time I go back and look at these, I'm always like, ooh, the blue is nice. Ooh, the gray. So I definitely think I made the right choice here in going with the green and the red. I think they're the loudest colors, and they are phenomenal. So let's talk about the specifications. So we have a Swiss quartz chronograph. I'm assuming this is probably a Ronda, although they don't list which movement. Again, I'm going to keep mentioning it until we get this changed. But based on the way that the hands actually spin, I'm going to retract that statement. I don't think it is a Ronda. A lot of the Ronda movements actually, when you reset the chronograph, they kind of, the hand sweeps kind of more. Let me start over. The hand snaps back to the 12 o'clock position as opposed to sweeping nice and smooth all the way around. And so what I mean by that is I'm going to activate the chronograph here. I'm going to start the top button, and you'll see it started. When I pause it and then reset, you'll see it sweeps all the way back around. So I don't know what movements in this. Not really sure. I wish I had more information for you, but I don't. But I don't think it's a Ronda. A lot of times when companies use Swiss quartz chronographs, they are Ronda. But when I find out, I'll put it in the description. It is an all 316, you know, marine surgical grade stainless steel, 49 case diameter. It's a big, huge watch. 18.5 millimeters in case thickness. Of course, we have a mineral lens with anti-reflective coating. That may be a deal breaker for some. We know that is a checkbox for a lot of folks. I would like to have seen for this price point a sapphire crystal, only because people care about it. You shouldn't really. You're not going to, I've never scratched a watch ever. I don't think you're going to have a problem with mineral. Mineral is fantastic. We do have a 24 millimeter solid stainless steel bracelet with a fold over safety clasp. It is dual push button deploying. I like that. This is something Invicta could take a little advice on. I like the fact they use that on pretty much all their bracelet watches. Very nice clasp, very nice quality. Just a great looking beast of a watch. On the face we have sort of like this almost what appears to be like a splattered kind of finish, but it's not. I think what they're doing is they're duplicating a particular species of fish, which is on the front of the box, and it is kind of almost tiger striped and spotted. What it says right here is, it says here, a remarkable statement of color, style, and engineering, a Swiss-made chronograph movement tucked into a solid stainless steel case. Powers the time and precision and reliability. Liberally applied luminous drapes across the watch for a night glow effect of intrigue and excitement. It is true, this watch is really cool when it's glowing. Armed with an extra strap for extra versatility and function. It is a limited edition piece to 500. So I do encourage you, if you are in the market, to get one before they're gone. I think once you start to see them manipulating the price points to be a little more competitive, I think you're going to see these gone. And again, you have a couple different color variations. So let's get a couple close-ups here. And during this video, I'm going to throw up some close-up shots. You have that loom on the crown, loom on the function pushers. It is to be noted, this is a screw-down crown, but non-screw-down. Are they non-screw-down? Let me not put my foot in my mouth here. Let me double-check that. Yeah, they're non-screw-down function pushers. So I will state that I always prefer when a company puts a screw-down crown with screw-down function pushers. I don't see the point of doing one or the other, but you still get 30 ATMs of water resistance. And I believe the inspiration for this is from, I think the swell is a. I wish I would have mentioned that. I thought I read that somewhere, but I think the swell has something to do with a particular species of fish. but they didn't list it. Normally Nubeo is really good about really giving you the full story. But nonetheless, still a very cool watch. I like the fact that they have this. This is kind of the same bezel they use on their Thresher model. And I think the other watch, the Thresher model, the inspiration comes from the Thresher Shark. Whereas this one here, it's like they took the exact Thresher watch and then created a different model with different movement and different lume, of course. So I like that they did this. I think this is a really unique watch, definitely different than a lot of watches in the market. Again, I can only think of one other company that drapes a watch with this much lume. It's going to be, I believe, Aragon. I think Invicta did it too, but this is a great watch when you get it charged up. I wish you could see how cool it looks. But again, I encourage you to click the link in the description and just check out their listing. You can see a couple pictures on here. Price point of this right now is $845, excuse me, but Black Friday, guys. So click my link. I would recommend normally using my discount code. I think in this case it's 15% off on this, but right now they have 50% off. And so this is why I want them to kind of iron out their price and not, I think Invicta really kind of dropped the ball with their hard selling, insane MSRP. You guys know it's a factor for a lot of watch snobs to bash the brand, but I give a little credence because we all know what you can get these watches for. Aragon didn't do that. They really kept their watches with their regular price, which is more, right? But then when they go on sale, they have great sales, but not insane sales. To go 50% off, to me, it's an insane sale. That tells people, like, all right, you have these watches priced a little high. That's just my opinion. It doesn't mean I'm right, but I would like to see them offering these watches for the 50% off permanently. They just need to decrease the price. Sales should be mild, not insane, right? Unless a company's like, we're done with it, we're looking to get rid of it. That's not the case. These are great watches. But we do have a 50% off everything Black Friday sale. Let me just double check here while I got you guys here, if that's, before I mess up this video, let me make sure that that's a, all right, so it says here, discounts will be applied automatically in the cart. So I don't know if you use my coupon on top of that. Again, I'll put the coupon code in the description. If you can get the extra 15 on top of it, might as well take advantage of it. You're getting a fantastic, fantastic watch for a great price point. And I think that, again, at that 50%, that $300 to $400 price range, I think you're getting an incredible watch. Definitely, you know, comparable to a lot of other watches out there for the price point. Screw down case back, massive, massive build, big construction. Definitely one that's going to get noticed on your wrist. And I think they, like I said, they really knocked it out of the park with this one here. Now, you will be seeing this watch at a later date. I'm going to re-review both watches. I want to throw this on some kind of exotic strap. I do have a red, I forget the brand name, but a red alligator strap that's genuine alligator. I think it's hornback, bright red, and I think it's a 24 millimeter. It's going to look killer on this. The only thing to be noted, though, is that the color on this, when you look at it, again, I know when you put the watch up and you look at it side by side with the picture, it kind of depends on your screen too. When I looked at this on my phone, I really thought this was more of a bright red. It definitely leans towards orange. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you are the kind of guy who likes to customize and you're like, hey, I want to get a cool, you know, exotic strap, you guys know it's the only kind that I really wear, for the most part, try to wear on a watch. Just know if you have a bright red strap or bright red, it's going to kind of really make the orange look more orange. So I would almost really, in all honesty, I would really kind of almost try to find a strap that's more orange. And again, it's a little tough to say without side-by-side comparing it with a strap, but just kind of keep that in mind when you buy it. That I hope that this video comes across where you can really see an accurate representation of that color, but it does lean more towards orange to me. So, you know, I was looking at it last night and I was like, oh, now it looks red. So it's going to kind of confuse you a little bit, but just kind of keep that in mind in case you're really set on it. It's got to be that bright red. It's definitely going to lean orange. So, but just like I said, an incredible watch, and let's throw on the wrist. So I'm about 5'8". I weigh about 182 pounds, and I have a 7-inch wrist. Again, just killer. And this is one that, you know, when I request watches from them and they send me the product, I'm always excited, but there are a few in there that I'm just like, that. Those are the ones I rip open first, and this is definitely one of them. And not just because it's big and bold, but it's just very unique. And I think if you are a guy like me who likes to kind of accessorize with your wardrobe, I mean, picture this sucker rocking this with a nice bright, you know, kind of similar shirt. But even with this, you can kind of see it blends, but it's definitely more orangey. But, you know, picture this with like just a, you know, I don't know, like a nice polo orange shirt. I have a color shirt by Polo Jeans, very similar to the color on this. It's gonna look great to accessorize, and maybe that's, you know, just me and kind of a youthful thing to do, but you know, I think you know, we all want to look sharp and look our best and feel good, and I think you know, this brings a lot of fun into your wardrobe. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I want to thank Nubeo again for their generosity. As always, I love this brand, and I know you guys will too. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays. Have a great day.